Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. Welcome back, MoonLighter fans. I am Frisbee, and today we've got more stuff to do. We do. So, what is the plan? What is the agenda that we have to deal with currently? I gotta make sure I deposit all the stuff that I generally don't need for the moment. I've got all my potions and stuff back out. The Golden King thing. Adds weight to the wearer. Don't really care about that. Don't want that at all. I do it every single time. I want one item, let's take everything. Okay. So, we've got a lot of money. We can spend it. We can do whatever we want. Main thing that we are trying to do now will be to get resources so we can upgrade all my gear. Because that is the next day. The next step. And then also get enough money to upgrade the rest of this stuff. So I have enough gold for the moment. We don't need to worry too much. But we're going to jump into our new zone. So let's go. In we go. So how are we all doing? I mean, for me, everything's usual, random bits of people being stupid and everything else as well. And I just need a day I can relax, you know? Like, it's not much of an issue or stuff, it's just like... Nothing is just ever as simple as just it being the right or the wrong thing, you know? People have to make a fiasco over it, and it becomes like a very petty thing. You know. As my mum used to say to me, I'm the king of petty, so... If that's the way people want to go about stuff, I can be as petty as anyone. Also quite vindictive as well, you know? But nah, it's just like it's like small idiotic things. Let's have a look at this book so we can read it. Patterns. Oh yes, these dungeons do indeed have patterns. You may think they are random. You may even think they are chaotic, but no. No, they are actually quite the opposite. There is reason and repetition, some of sort, divine guide, a temple of sorts, a template of sorts followed every time the dungeon rebuilds itself. For instance, we all know there are 3 floors to a dungeon. Have you ever noticed how these healing hot springs appear on every floor? And how it always appears on the path towards the next floor. Placed not only to assist and heal, but also guide. These dungeons basically want you to find the treasure. Do they now? Do they indeed? I would question that. Oh, nice. Oh, look at that. Look at all that. Brilliant. Yeah, bring the stuff to me. It would be nice. And we'll just pick that stuff up. So, some new items. We can figure out what they're going to cost us later down the line. Thank you for the potion. And let's continue. But yeah, like I've always said, I moan about a lot of stuff, and I'm very petty, and I'm very petty. Mainly I'm petty on stuff that's always, like, unfair, right? So what I mean by that is, actually, what am I doing here? We do this, so at least we can stack them, right? And then we'll put that at the top so it doesn't affect anything. Cool. So it's normally when someone will take like advantage of a situation, or like they'll abuse their own power and authority to kind of get what they want, or maybe not get what they want, but scare you into giving them what they want. Or in some cases, just do it just to scare you for no particular reason, because you can't do anything about the problem in the first place. Like, I've had it with other jobs and stuff where, like, managers do that quite a lot. Okay, tree, let's go. Ah, I can dodge in time. Boom! Tree down! But yeah. Like, it's not like I've experienced it, but other people that I spoke to have, and I know, it gets me annoyed and frustrated when it happens. Right? Because there's no need for it. It's either people can actually, like, solve the problems you're having, or they can't, and essentially having the having your sort of a process be abused in some way is not a good sign. Cool. Let's heal up a little bit. So that will turn that into that. Cool. So I would like stuff that I don't care about to be turned into those. Guess it's these. And I guess we're selling stuff again, aren't we? As always. Just, I really want to just take everything back, though. That's the problem. Right? But I guess I can't really take everything back, so I guess we sell the stuff that I don't need, just to take the stuff I do want back. Right? I don't know how much this stuff is all worth, so we will figure that out later. Oh, and that's just fragile, so any fragile stuff just chucked into the void, although that was worth quite a lot of money. But yeah, so I've like, you know, had a friend of mine that was basically in that sort of position, and it was very annoying. Right? It's not like them doing anything within their work environment will change, and then because of that, and the fact that they're kind of like fighting to get some points in regards to their treatment at work compared to other members of staff in similar positions, right? You know, usual kind of stuff like work from home, things like that as well. But, you know, for them it's kind of important because, like, you know, family stuff and things like that. And you're like, well, I get it from both sides. Like, it's a hard discussion, especially when you know, have work. The annoying part of it is the pettiness, though. Use that. Of like, then they'll pick up of any little thing that they haven't moaned about in ages, or they'll specifically search every nook and cranny to find something that they can basically bring up on you to say, nah, you can't do this because you do this, and it's like, no. And then they still have the nerve to just like, oh yeah, by the way, we want a favor from you. That's the one that always gets me. It's like, oh yeah, we're going to moan about the fact that you do this all the time. Oh, by the way, we also want help. You know? Like, I genuinely would love to say that, like, they just don't have any tact when they do stuff like that, but... It makes no difference if they did have tax or not. It makes no difference. Mainly because it's just, it's so stupid. There was a... What was it? It must be like a little kind of like comic skit or something like that, where it's like you have like a CEO yell at like his upper management then yells at the middle management yells at the lower management goes and yells at like a basic work colleague and stuff, and then after all that person goes home, yells at his wife, who then yells at their daughter, who then moans and yells at their teacher, who then goes home and yells at the CEO. You know, and it's exactly that, right? Like, I know stuff needs to get done, but we don't need to be so petty about it. At least in my opinion, anyway. But that doesn't really change much. Like, it would never really change anything overall. You know, for it to actually have an effect of changing anything would be a miracle in itself, right? I understand people get stressed and whatnot, but the best thing you can do is not take it out on the people around you and the people that are there to support you. Because it just comes off as petty most of the time, right? But like I see it all the time when it happens, and like, you know, I've left jobs for that exact reason many a times in the past. We'll just tank our way through this. And equip. Because it is petty. It just really, really is. And there is no excuse for it. That's the other thing, right? We'll send that home. Guess we're sending those home more than anything else, aren't we? Because they're fragile. I can break the curse on something, which could be pretty useful. And to be honest, I might as well break the curse on this. So we can stack it. The classic of inventory management. This is doing inventory management before inventory management was a thing. Yeah, I don't know what the rest of those things are, so... Into the goop you go. Oh, they were worth a lot of money. Eh, whatever. Does not bother me. The main thing we're doing here is we're doing resource runs. There we go. Not having the best time dodging stuff today. We just tank through it all, why not? That is what we'll do. Yeah, I don't really care about those, I don't think. The big leaves, do we care about the big leaves? Do I have big leaves? I do not have big leaves. I'll pick those up. And I guess we'll go back now. I think that's probably... enough exploring, maybe? Yeah, I think if we push our luck, we'll push our luck a little bit too much. Maybe we'll do like 2 runs or something. Everything loses all their curses, and we have to go back to town. But yeah, a lot of games I got at the moment have got all cool updates with them. So there'll probably be a bit of lack of other content while that is going on. Yay, the slime. Whose stun effect to its master's weapon. Nice. That is fairly interesting. What can I build then? You say you can build something for me. Ooh. No, just unlock the secondary upgrades for like the shield and stuff. Cool. And all the other ones. Now, I could try and unlock some of these other weapons and start using them. Would be a good idea. But we'll worry about that later. All the Halloween decorations. And I guess we'll dump everything in there first. You can come out. You go in the chest I save stuff for. Because, you know, important items. And then we'll go and buy some of the stuff while it's daytime. You know, waste my money on upgrading things. So I don't have 70,000, but we get Hawker. He will himself into town. And the last one then will be the bank. I love how he builds it, but he actually wheels himself in. Let's go speak to him. Ah, fellow merchant. By all looks, you must be Will. Thank you for requesting my cart. In Ranaka? My name is Alan. And my crafted decorations remind people of what it's like to feel again. If your shop is in little need of decor, stop by Walkers. So you can see here, we can actually buy this sort of stuff to basically get more money in the long run. And that's just pretty good. Every visitor has a generous tip to their payment. We will take that. I do like that. Like where we can put this stuff is also the other question as well. Time they wait in line, don't care about that. Increase the maximum of visitors in the shop. Yeah, I'll buy that. Why not? Time can be shop open for. Yes, please. Add an extra generous tip. Increase the speed of visitors. Yes, please. Buying all the decor. The golden fountain will buy it as well. Why not? There we go. We have bought all his stuff. Now we go back to selling. Yes. We must sell all these things. Now, where can I put all this stuff? That is the question. Place. Generous tip. Okay, so that already does that one. That also does that one. I can up the percentage with that. Or this. Go for the fruits. The fruits are always really good. And this. Lowers the tip, increases the people. Makes them faster. Ups the people, but lowers the tip rate. Well, you balance the tip rate out with more people, don't we, really? So let's do that. And then we'll have to just wait then to kind of upgrade the rest. That's another space I can do, which I don't think there is. It's open shop. Although that's a terrible idea, because I haven't got my items from my other chest, but we're open. Thank you very much. Now the real fun begins. Selling stuff at a proper price. Yeah, my sale bin is not available. Cool, you bought those. Do I want to keep the golem crystal? I think we keep the crystals for now. Because they could be important later. Ooh. So. Oh, so 275. Yeah, 1275. 1, 2, 7, 5. Good start. Sold. Hopefully get enough money on this go around to actually get some pretty good stuff. Have not sold that, even though I put it at 400. I'll have to see them. Oh, they think that's a bargain. Got to check the stuff that you already put on sale, right? Don't know how much you're worth. Let's have a look. A little look. Or you either. But you as that. So about maybe 100. And you, my friend, are more expensive than that. So say about 2,000 then. We'll find out. Is that a wizard with a sword? Ah, it's 100 too expensive. That's terrible. That is absolutely terrible. Well, I know you're on like 275, so what? You want 2,000? We'll go with like 1.5. How about that? Oh, nice. We got their price pretty spot on. What was too expensive? Oh yeah, those were too expensive. Drop down to 80 then. I'll put you on sale as well. They're too cheap. Very interesting. So up by 100. That seems like a fair deal. Interesting. Finding all this stuff and its pricing out is fairly important. Have we sold those before? We have sold those and they were too cheap at that. Where do they stand with everything else? They're above the 60 mark. So 200 then? Oh, even the pots are too cheap. No, my pots! They're going for such a small amount of money, this is terrible. But yeah, I don't know, like... I guess I'm just overly sensitive to annoyances. I'll be the first to say it, I kinda am. Maybe 300 is fine on those then. And that is less expensive than all these. And 150 was good there, so maybe like 150 for those. I will try 200, why not? We'll gamble it. Like, it's just, you know... Life doesn't have to be made difficult by other people because of their own difficulties. Right? Really? They're too expensive than that? Fine, I'll put them at 70 then. And those leaves are too cheap. Trying to find out what everything is worth is an absolute nightmare. I guess you can be at like 1,500 then. No, maybe we'll up you to like that. $70 is too expensive. Really? We'll try 62 then. I'm not selling you at 60. I know you're worth more than that. Oh, and the water is the water in the leaf is then also very cheap. Why does no one want my fruits? What is wrong with the fruits? They sell for good there. That's fine. And then we've got this, which is a little bit higher than the fruits, and they sold for that. So we'll try 2,000 with those as well. those out. Apparently, even that's still too cheap. And these are more expensive than those, and those are sold for 2,000. So, say 3 on these, maybe? Try it and see. Understanding a market is an absolute nightmare of a thing for me to try and do. I am selling everything. Everything must go. I'm gonna keep the rest of the stuff I got. You're too posh, are you? So you want the rods rather than the other leafy artifacts that I've had. Terrible. Terrible. Okay, so 62 seems like a good price. I'm petty. Okay. 62. I want to save those, I don't know. It came from a boss, so I kind of want to keep it, and that's a weapon that I can upgrade to something else, so that's the other thing I want to be able to do. And then once you sold all this, then I guess we're done for the day. Really? That's too expensive. 3,000. Fine. So that's why the rich guy didn't want to buy it as well. Okay, 2.5 then. 250! Classic memes. Really, that's still too expensive for that as well. So 22. Buy my stuff and leave, please. Cool. There is only one item for sale, and if you guys don't want it, then I can't really help you. Oh, you're all leaving. Fair enough. But no, we made enough money, so we can have a look at next time upgrading the shop. Because that's going to be very, very useful. Plus, the extra tip is kind of nice now that we're getting the bonus money from lots of different places. But yeah, is what it is. We progress, we've farmed up new resources, seen a new area, and then we can do the cycle over again. So again, if you do enjoy these videos, do leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.